By the end of this video, you're going to learn a natural food that can lower your blood pressure within 3 hours, and it will stay that way for 24. But unfortunately, this natural food it's not for everyone. So make sure and watch the entire video because I'm going to let you know whether it would be safe in your particular situation. My name is Dr. Storia. I've been a practicing chiropractor for over 26 years. I'm going to give you realistic advice based on my experience and based on the scientific literature. And if you like these videos, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So let's just get into it. So what is this natural food? It's beets, beetroots. So beets have nitrates in them, and nitrates are converted by our body into something called nitric oxide. And what nitric oxide does on the inside of our blood vessels is it helps dilate and relax the blood vessels. And that's the mechanism by which beets can lower our blood pressure. And research has shown that if you drink beetroot juice or eat beets, within 3 hours, it has a tremendous effect on your blood pressure by normalizing your blood pressure numbers, and these results last throughout the entire day. I'll make sure and put references down below in the description. Now, in just one moment, I'm going to tell you why you should not take beets, because I just told you why you should. But hold on tight because I want to let you know how to go about getting beets into your diet. There are 3 ways that you can consume beets. The first way is you can take the raw beetroot and boil it. It softens up the beetroot, and if you add olive oil, you can add pepper, you can add as many spices as you want, whatever you like to put on beets, and it tastes wonderful. The great news is, and you're going to find out in just a minute why this is important, if you boil the beets, it reduces the amount of oxalates in those beets. The second way that you can actually consume beets is by juicing them. So you take those beets that you boiled a little bit to reduce the oxalates and put them in a blender, or you could put them in a juicer. And you can purchase any type of juicer you want. Some are better than others, obviously, in extracting the juice. However, whatever juicer you have, you can juice the beets and drink just the beetroot juice, and that will be another way that you can consume beetroot juice. The third way is more convenient, and it's simply in a capsule form. And this is something that I use. This is from Nature's Pure Blend. This is called Organic Beets, and what this is, you simply take 2 tablets, it's 1,500 milligrams of beetroot, and it's fantastic. It improves your circulation, it improves your blood pressure, it gives you energy, and there's an added benefit that it's also, beetroot supplements also have antioxidants in them. And this is important because, first of all, I want to maintain normal blood pressure, but also as an athlete myself, I do want to make sure that I'm getting good recovery and good circulation, because there's a lot of research also that shows beetroot juice before an endurance event can improve your athletic performance because of that whole idea that it's producing nitric oxide, it's relaxing and dilating your blood vessels, giving you more oxygen to the muscles that you're using. So from a performance enhancement, beetroot juice is very important. However, you drive to a competition, you can't always have you bring your juicer with you and raw beets. So a capsule is very convenient. So I'll also put a link down below in the description. So if you go below the video, there's a little V, and it'll show you where the description is if you're watching on your phone. If you're watching on a tablet or your home computer, it's right at the description, and there's a link if you want to check that company out. So I did mention that there is a danger of beets, and you really need to understand this, because you don't just want to indiscriminately start juicing beets and drinking a lot of beetroot juice, because there are some people that will have a genetic predisposition towards forming kidney stones, and there are many foods that can help contribute to forming kidney stones. Beets are one of them. The other foods that you should be aware of are spinach, almonds, avocados, turmeric, figs, and pineapple. Now, this does not mean that these vegetables and fruits are bad for you. It just means that if you have a tendency to produce kidney stones, you want to stay away from these foods, because all these foods that I mentioned have oxalates in them. And that can sometimes contribute to kidney stones, not always. There's different types of kidney stones. In addition to that, there is a concern for the amount of carbohydrates in a beet. And some people are trying to limit the amount of carbohydrates or sugar that they're eating. So if you're diabetic or you're on a ketogenic diet, you definitely want to avoid anything with carbohydrates because beets are a vegetable. But other than these two concerns, beets are extremely healthy. You're not going to find many people that are unhealthy because they ate beets. Beets are a superfood. They're an extremely powerful and effective way to control your blood pressure. So what is your opinion? What are your thoughts about this? Have you used beets? Have you been able to get off blood pressure medication because you started either taking a supplement like this or you started drinking beetroot juice? Let us know in the comments section down below because others may be able to benefit from what happened to you. Now, this is very important and I want you to listen carefully because just taking beetroot supplements for many people is enough to lower their blood pressure, and that's all the modifications that they have to do. However, some people need to do extra, and there are some other things that you can do to help lower your blood pressure. And I have another video. I know it's long, and I know it's a commitment to watch an entire video like this, but I have the complete guide if you want to cover all your bases when it comes to lowering your blood pressure. I'm going to put a box right here and you can watch that video. So after we're done with this video, if you want to see any of the links to the products that I'm taking myself, they're in the description. But if you want to watch the complete guide to lowering your blood pressure so that you can get a handle on this naturally and possibly in certain circumstances get off medication, then definitely hit this box right here at the end because that's going to help you tremendously.